All right, so there's guys out there who just want to move out of their parents' house so bad, right? They may have been raised in like a really strict household and they're just trying to get out of that so they can finally start exploring life, right? They're really nervous about their future. They are pursuing a major that their parents want them to pursue. Maybe it's not something they actually even want to pursue, right? And they just have this mindset, I'm doing my degree right now, so I'm just gonna chill right now, and then afterwards I'm gonna have a job. So they just sit around, play video games all day, or waste their time. They don't get anywhere. Whereas there's other guys out there who are well successful in their 20s, right? I'm gonna talk about the difference here specifically. I'll talk about how not to waste your 20s, right? Without further ado, let's dive into this. Now, I remember clearly, right? This is back in the day. I was in my early 20s then, right? And I was going into this presentation. This guy told me, oh, this is a great presentation for entrepreneurs, or we're going to teach you how to make money, all that. I'm like, great, yeah, sign me up, right? Because at that time, I was in the mindset that, I want to retire early. I want to support my family. I want to do all these things, and I want to do this shit in my 20s. I don't want to be retiring at like 50, right? So I walk into this presentation, I sit down, right? And there's a podium in front of me, right? And there's all these people talking about, oh yeah, and they're just like bragging about their wealth. Like there's nothing of substance, nothing useful in this presentation whatsoever. And turned out it was an Amway presentation. For those of you who may not be familiar, Amway is basically like this pyramid scheme thing, right? So imagine how I felt. Like my heart just sinks, right? Truly imagine you're sitting there, you're thinking you're getting like some big money making opportunity, right? That's exclusive or something, and it's just some shitty ass Amway presentation, right? So then I walk out. My parents are waiting in the car, hop in the car, and we drive home, right? This leads me to the first point, right, which I want to preface before I even get into anything else. A lot of people, right, even older people, but especially as you're coming out, you're in your 20s, you're on the younger side. Basically, no one knows what the fuck they're doing. Right, just to be straight up with you. So don't be so hard on yourself if right now you don't know what to do. You're trying to figure this shit out. Trust me, it's okay, right? It's all good, and no one knows what they're doing. Everyone's kind of trying to figure it out and find what's right for them. Now, part of the issue here is these inflated standards that have come up, right? And a lot of it is filled with shit because these people are like, oh, I make 10 million a day trading, bro, and I'm only 2 years old. I just came out my mom's womb and I have my own mansion, bro. You got to work harder, bro. Like, take that thought, throw away out the window. We don't listen to those people. They put a train of thought on us that doesn't serve us whatsoever. And if you follow some of the great YouTubers like CoffeeZilla and a few others, CoffeeZilla is obviously one of the best YouTubers on the platform, without a doubt. They expose people like this because some of them are telling the truth, and some people do, through hard work, luck, all those great things, happen to get success very early, and that's great for them. But some of them are just BSing, and the unfortunate part about the social media stuff is it's really hard to discern who's BSing and who isn't, right? Unless you know them personally or something. Now, the next thing that I remember is I was sitting in my classroom, right, sitting at my desk, and I was pursuing a criminology degree, and I was in my last semester, right, and it really hit me that holy shit, within like 3 months I'm gonna graduate, 3 to 4 months I'm gonna graduate, and I'm about to become a police officer, right? That would be the next step after that. And bro, I don't even like conflict and all that. That makes me anxious. But I was like, at the end of the day, I know I have balls of steel, So any situation I need to step up to, I will. But I'm not gonna act like some fake tough guy or something. I don't like conflict. I don't want I don't want to be fucking dealing with conflict all day, doing shift work, all those things. And that's basically what I was about to step into, right? So I took a step back. I was like, okay, where can I go from here? Because policing, yes, it's a well-paying career, sure, right? But it's definitely not going to get me to a lot of money early and kind of the lifestyle I want, all those things, right? So at that time, I made a commitment to myself where I was like, okay, keep in mind, I was a terrible, like, my academic background is absolute garbage, right? I was a terrible high school student. I didn't graduate high school on time. I was an average college student at best. But I decided to pursue computer science because it was one of those things where you can work from home, you can make good money. I was like, okay, I want to give this a shot, right? And I made that my one thing, right? I wasn't like some super disciplined. Like half the time, I procrastinate everything till the bitter end. I procrastinate a bunch of things today. Like I procrastinate all the damn time. My time management is shit. I'm not some productivity guru or anything like this, right? I'm just a regular ass guy. But I thought, yeah, I'm gonna commit myself to computer science. Even if I do nothing else productive all day, my computer science work has to be done, right? I committed myself to that right then and there, and within a year and a half, I believe it was, from that point, right? I had a job offer on the table before I'd even graduated from my computer science degree. I had a job offer on the table that was of a higher salary than it would have taken me. Like it would have taken me 3+ years in policing to get to that salary, and I got my first job offer right out of college. I got was more than that, more than what it would have taken me in 3 years of policing, right? Now, the point I'm trying to make here is, as as you explore things, again, firstly, just like many other people your age, you won't really know what to do, and you'll try a few things, but once you see something that has promise, stick to it. Stick to it till the absolute bitter end, right? Stick to it till the absolute bitter end. With this computer science stuff, like I said, I got this well-paying job offer, right before I'd even graduated. But keep in mind, that was a year and a half of like nothing. It's like, oh, I got this one internship and that paid me a little bit above minimum wage, and it's like nothing, nothing, nothing. Oop, six-figure job, right? So a lot of times these things, they're very unpredictable. Just as life, there's unpredictability. Now, part of the issue here is these people who say, oh, you got to do these 20 different things, bro. You got to wake up at 6, and you got to meditate, then you got to do gratitude journaling, then you got to do these 30 different things, and you got to take cold showers, then you'll be successful, bro. Like, take that thought, throw out the window. We don't listen to those people. They put a train of thought on us that doesn't serve us whatsoever. Look, I'm not saying don't do the positive habits, right? I'm all for positive habits. But when I was listening to these people, I would get overwhelmed. So I was like, oh, in order to get a well-paying job, I need to be like waking up at 6, and I need to do this. And it turned out none of that was true. All I needed was focus, proper focus on one thing, right? There's, again, like I said, so many times I procrastinated. I made 1,001,000 mistakes along the way, right? 1,001,000 mistakes along the way, and I still got to my end goal, right? So that's the thing. Once you see something that has promise, don't skimp out on it, right? Don't BS yourself, anything like this. Give it the time and attention it deserves, right? Give it the time and attention it deserves. Even if nothing else is getting tackled, you got to make sure your one thing is tackled, right? And at least in my experience, that led to phenomenal results, and that led to me achieving my goal, right? So that's all I really have to say. I'm not going to give the typical advice of, oh, don't go out and party, and don't go out. If you have your one thing done, in my opinion, do what you want, bro. Honestly. Because frankly, these people, out of all these people who say, oh, don't go out and party, and this is bad, that's bad, you can't waste your 20s like this, bro. Like, very, 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 very small percentage of them are actually living that. A lot of them, okay, they don't waste their time to go out and party. They just like scroll on YouTube all day. Like, cool story, bro. That's not much better, is it? Or they waste their time doing something else. Point being, once you've done the impactful thing, right? Like, you've done your work for the day, right? You keep doing that day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. As far as I'm concerned, success is inevitable. So spend the rest of the time how you want. Of course, still be careful. Don't, some people, with the drugs, for example, or partying, some people can get really deep into that. So be careful about who you surround yourself with, all these things, right? Because who you surround yourself with will have an effect on you. So be careful. Definitely use common sense. But I know the type of people I attract with this channel, right? So I know you're smart enough to know that, right? So as long as you're just going out, having some fun, yeah, all that, enjoy your social life, everything. This is 20s. This is a great time, right? This is a great time. You're young. Enjoy it. Truly enjoy it, right? Now, I just want to end this video off by saying also, be kind to yourself throughout this process. Look, when I was coming up, right, on the self-improvement stuff, from my fitness to my career, all that, I was so hard on myself all the time. I was one of those people who wouldn't go out, right? And that's how I know, because I was one of those people who wouldn't go out, but then I just waste a day away BSing after I'd done my work. So like, what was the point of not going out? Just go out, bro. So I was so hard on myself, constantly beating myself up over every little thing. Oh, I didn't do this, and I was motivated from this place of like rage, frustration, because I had never accomplished anything in my life. I'd never been like the cool kid all throughout elementary school, high school, college, right? I had a terrible dating life all throughout those times as well, which is what pushed me towards self-improvement. Because I was like, oh, if I get fit, I make a lot of money, then my dating life will just skyrocket, right? And there's some truth to that, and there some not so much truth to that. I've talked about that in other videos, but so I'll leave that to the side for now. But the point being, I would still say I didn't hit a PR at the gym that day, right? I would like beat myself up and call myself all sorts of names. Oh, you can't even do that, you're pathetic, all this. And again, I was constantly fueling myself from this place of like negativity and anger, right? And truly, there's no reason to do that. Like, I promise you, right, at least in my experience, you go on any journey of a hard to do thing, you're going to make 1,000,001 mistakes along the way. You're going to be trying to break away from your old habits. They're going to come creeping back, and it's going to be this back and forth, right? This is very normal. This is very human, right? Imperfection is as human as it gets. Just keep on pushing day in, day out, day in, day out. Keep on putting in the hard work. And if you've done your one thing, you've done the impactful thing, be damn proud of yourself. right? Be damn proud of yourself, right? And that's all I have to say on that matter. And I just want you to imagine for a second, imagine you take this advice, you run with it, right? And now your career is improving day by day by day. You've dedicated yourself to your one thing, whatever it may be, whether you want to pursue business, maybe you want to open a YouTube channel, whatever it may be, right? You've dedicated yourself to it and you're seeing great growth on that, and your YouTube channel is skyrocketing day by day by day until you hit that one point, like I talked about before, where you get exponential growth. And now, you're thriving, right? I want you to truly imagine you also taken this advice and maybe applied it to your social life, your dating life. And you're seeing great results on that end as well, right? Got a great social life. You're surrounded by good people. You got a great dating life. You've got, one relationship, or if you're into non-monogamy, casual, that's fine too. You've got multiple relationships, right? With people who you genuinely enjoy spending time with, right? Imagine that. And that's the path you're on. Hey, keep working hard. I believe in you. But what I believe doesn't matter. What you believe matters. So I hope you believe in yourself too. And that's all I got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Ultimately, I want this to be our positive little community where we help each other, support each other, and help each other get to the next level in life, and frankly, bring some common sense back into self-improvement, right? I'm seeing all these red pill, Andrew Tate, alpha, black pill, but I don't even know how many fucking pills there are anymore. And they're just spreading these toxic mindsets. And I know people like you and I, we can be a voice of common sense in the self-improvement community and really help push the message forward in a positive way, right? Excuse me. So if you like that, if you fuck with my vision, please do support. I'll leave my Instagram, TikTok in the description, also somewhere here. Please do support there as well. Just to be transparent, I do want to start making money from this as well, so I can hire an editor and such things. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'll fight anyone on the YouTube boxing scene, to make money, make loads of money while I get better at fighting. There's truly nothing better than that. My dream life is I do YouTube in the morning, do my boxing martial arts in the evening, and that would be phenomenal. So please do like, comment, subscribe, support. All that support will help make my dream a reality. And I'll talk to you later.